So Mike and I have had a few drinks. Cheers, buddy.
That's how it works.
We're drunk.
Just a little bit.
Alright, let's regroup here. And we're going to go episode by episode of The Mandalorian.
Half man, half DeLorean, all Star Wars.
I have never met a Mandalorian. I've only read the stories.
By the way, spoiler alert, spoilers.
Spoiler full,
Spoiler full, yeah. And we're going to have our Jameson, and we're going to get into this review. I'm enjoying it. Are you enjoying it?
Oh, it's amazing.
Everyone I know is enjoying it.
It is like this giant, like, beefy Star Wars hoagie before the big show.
Yes, it's Western Star Wars, and it's mixed up, and I'm eating it up. It's fucking fun as hell. So the episode starts out, the Mandalorian is in this cantina-type bar. He's collecting his bounty.
Oh, a funny anecdote, like, space money looks like a mixture of, like, candy and fireworks.
Yeah, and I love, again, it's about world building, like,
yeah.
Oh, these are Imperial credits. These are calamari flans. What the fuck is that? He goes off, he meets with Carl Weathers, of all people, by the way.
Yeah, he's so cool.
My favorite Carl Weathers is him on Arrested Development. Have you seen him on Arrested Development?
Whoa. There's still plenty of meat on that bone. You take this home, throw it in a pot, add some broth, a potato. Baby, you got a stew going.
Oh my god! I gotta make you and Sonos watch Arrested Development.
Well, no, then he does the manliest, like, handshake ever in, like, Predator. And he's like, you son of a bitch. Good.
You son of a bitch.
Like, nobody on the planet has been able to do a high five that cool ever since.
Do you want another shot? Let's do it. So the Mandalorian says, dude, what's my next fucking job? And he says, well, I got some shit for you. Go to the client. So then he goes to the client, which is played by
Werner Herzog.
Yeah, very good. Werner Herzog, which I don't know if his accent is weird or good.
Grief Karga said you were coming.
You are the best in the parsec.
He said you were the best in the parsec.
I don't care what I'd have to pay. I'd give $1 billion just to have him make a cookbook. It's
Yeah.
Like, you just need to add cheese. Just bake for
add
350.
cheese to the parsec. The client basically says, "Look, bro, you're
Bounty
gonna
hunting is a dangerous.
it's a
profession.
dangerous thing. You know what? You can get this thing live, which is preferable, but bounty hunting is hard. So if you get it dead, just show proof that you got it, and we're cool. But then there's the doctor, right? The doctor's on the side, Dr. Pershing." And Dr. Pershing's like, nah, we want it alive. So, interesting fact, which I was going to tell him about it during our little viewing, but I'm going to tell you about it now, because it has much more impact. So, Dr. Pershing, if you actually look at his arm, which is, I didn't even notice, this is the internet, because God bless the internet. God bless you fucking internet nerds. You remember episode 2? Episode 2, when Obi-Wan goes to Camino,
Yeah.
which is the cloning planet.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so they have a symbol. They have those double eyes. We'll flash it on screen later. So
Oh,
Dr. Pershing
snap. That's
has
crazy.
the logo, the cloning facility logo. We'll talk about what this means later at the end of the episode, because
That
we're
must
getting
mean
to that.
Master Cypher Diaz was worried about, like, Master Yoda
Aw,
being,
see,
being hurt.
Cypher Diaz, see? That's why we're friends. That's why we're friends. Only cool people know who Cypher Diaz is. Nerd! So the Mandalorian's like, fuck it, I'll accept this fucking challenge. Let's go. Give me this bounty. Not only is he gonna pay him, but he's gonna pay him in this metal.
Some kind of steel that's important.
Forgive us, sorry.
we
We're drunk.
should know it, but we don't.
It's Mandalorian steel is what it is. It's like this Mandalorian metal that's very rare. And according to this
It's tainted by the
mythos,
Empire.
exactly, it's been stolen from them. So it's almost like he's regaining it back. And he goes to this planet, which I don't know, looks like Tatooine. Is it Tatooine? Cheers. And then he meets Nick Nolte.
He has spoken.
Nick Nolte has fucking spoken.
I have spoken.
I love this fucking character,
He
man.
just wants his piece.
I
Nick
could be
Nolte
wrong.
has got like a voice like a fine cigar.
It reminds me of my dad, like back in the day. And my dad was like, I'm like, Dad, why? He's like, there's no fucking why. I have fucking spoken, child.
I have spoken.
So Nick Nolte basically says, like, you know what?
Ride this monster, you bitch.
There's some shit going on here. There's like trouble. So I need you to eradicate this
Yeah.
scum. We gotta go here to get the asset, but I'm gonna teach you how to ride this piranha tyrannosaurus looking thing, right?
Tyrannosaurus.
I don't know what it's called again. We should have
We'll figure it out.
All
It'll
these
be at the bottom of the
Star Wars
screen
people are
eventually.
gonna fucking hate us for this, but
It's like, you guys aren't fans, you guys are drunk.
we're fans. But fuck this piranha fucking dinosaur. I have more important things to know. He fucking it's a trope. It's a Western trope. He's gotta tame the horse, right?
Yeah.
You gotta tame the fucking
It's a
horse.
wild stallion of some
Exactly. So he fucking tames it. They go to this town. And then the Mandalorian at that point recognizes that he's not the only bounty hunter on this mission.
kind. Oh, yeah.
There's been other bounty hunters sent on this mission, including my my third favorite fucking character,
IG-11.
IG-11,
He's so toyetic.
played by Taika Waititi.
Yeah,
If you want
baby.
to talk about some good Western tropes, that was one of the best shootout scenes I've seen in a long fucking
Long
time.
time.
Dude, IG-11 is fucking dope. Cheers. Cheers. As this is what the entire
So
internet's
cool.
been talking about. So they finally find the asset. And the asset is... What is the asset, Michael? What is the asset?
It's what the internet is calling, it's a little version of, Yoda's race.
So, you asked me this during our viewing, which is what is Yoda's race? The reason you don't know that is because George Lucas never told us what it was.
Are you
And
sure?
yes, I researched this. George Lucas has never, in canon, named what Yoda's race is. And that's why you, my friend, don't know it. So don't feel bad.
Because there's so many, like, fan comics and, like, extended universe things where, people
There's like
try to-
concept art. Yes, yes. But
Yeah.
again, you gotta realize that all of the extended universe stuff is kind of not canon anymore because of fucking Disney. Fuck you, but I love you. But fuck you, Disney, but I love you. But fuck you. But the only ones in
this is
canon are Yoda, and in episode 1 there's a female called Yaddle.
Yeah.
Here are the theories. 1, Yoda and Yaddle fucked.
Maybe.
Unlikely, because Yoda was very strict on his
He was strict on his, like,
Jedi code. Jedi
Learn
code.
this way you must learn.
Jedi code, yes. So, theory number 2, like I mentioned, he has
The Camino patch.
the Camino patch, which it's a clone, a Yoda clone.
I could see that happening.
So the asset is a cute little baby Yoda, and he's so fucking cute. So this was directed and written by Jon Favreau.
Yeah,
Who-
I can't thank him enough because it is definitely like the greatest Star Wars fan film ever made.
That's what it feels like. It feels like somebody just got permission to use Star Wars characters, and it was like, got a bunch of action figures from a sandbox, and it's just
Oh
like,
yeah, it was like the greatest things. And it's like an episode of Battlefront every time you watch it. They talk about it like being able to play with somebody else's toys, and it's like obviously like Jon Favreau's favorite toy was Boba Fett.
The thing about Boba Fett is everyone likes Boba Fett, but if you really analyze Boba Fett sucked. And Boba Fett never really did anything cool. Growing up, I loved Boba Fett, and then every time I watch the movies, I'm like, wait, Boba Fett did nothing. He just died.
I was like, he was in the animated special for like a few minutes.
That's what I'm saying, but Boba Fett was always elevated to this high standard of something. And then when I actually watched everything that was canon about Boba Fett, I'm like, Boba Fett didn't do shit. He appeared in Empire for like a few seconds. In Jedi, he died like a bitch-ass death. And then supposedly there's a bunch
it's his
of
iconography. It's the way he's designed and what he.
I guess, which is why this is cool, because this is like, all right,
this is kind of like the proof of concept.
Fucking cool. Like this is what Boba Fett should have been. So Jon Favreau, I think he's really underrated because he's
got a really good understanding of the feeling of it, because there used to be a term they always talked about, like all the designers talked about in Star Wars, that to me this show really bursts, and that's the feeling of the used future.
Right, exactly.
You know, it's like we're way in space, we're dealing with things we can't quite understand, but everything's old. It's not new.
It's lived in.
It's very lived in.
It's rusty. It's dirty. It's sandy. It's all of that shit. The first thing in my notes is this show is beautiful.
Yeah, that money really shows up on screen.
You know what? And the first thing I noticed it in was planets and stuff. Like the sets are beautiful, but where I noticed it was that first scene in the bar. Dude, those aliens look great.
They look believable. They look like, you know, you could wander into somewhere and see them just like.
Those, it's a combination, I feel like, of really good prosthetics, very good makeup, and maybe CG. When I look at the first few Star Wars movies, it's all practical, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you got all these masks, and you know what? For that time, they look great. And then after that, the prequels came out, and the prequels were all CGI, so you got that. And then this is kind of a blending of everything, and like they've kind of perfected their makeup. Star Wars is always about details. It's about these little fucking details, and that's what this show has. The thing about Star Wars that I think we all appreciate is what George Lucas has done really well. Is just world building, and of course all of the fans that he's had over the years that have contributed to the extended universe is just world building. It's just an entire fucking galaxy. So
you can find your fun in anything.
Exactly.
It's kind of like it was the first property to where it's like, oh, there's a trash can on the floor. I bet you didn't know that trash can has a name, has a star system, has like some kind of function. Like, I always think of those little things inside the Death Star that like run around. I still don't know what they do.
I think the good thing about it is it's like, okay, here's this big galaxy, but like let's take a slice of this galaxy. Let's look at a day in the life of a bounty hunter in this large, expansive galaxy with all this shit going on. Let's just look at this part. And I think that's what's so good about it. It's like we don't need to deal with the Empire, and we do on some level, right? On some level.
That's kind of the fun of it, because like these are the little stories you get in between, like wartime.
And I think you can, for the most part, just kind of start the show without being a well-versed Star Wars fan, and understand what's going on for the most part. Right, you can just start it and watch it.
As long as you've seen the original trilogy, you can watch The Mandalorian.
Obviously, it's better if you have all this back history.
Because there's a lot of Easter eggs and like treats for you to find in the background.
Right. It's not a deep show. It's not like, you know, it doesn't have this deep philosophical message I was trying to send. But it's fucking fun, man. I like
just watching
it
needs to be,
week to week, and it was just...
I forgot what it was like in this streaming world we're in. Like, I forgot how fun it was to wait for a new show.
Exactly.
Like,
and you know what? I don't know if a lot of people are talking shit about whether Disney should reveal them all at once, like Netflix does.
We would have watched them all already, and we would have
exactly.
we would have been having a different, not as fun conversation.
You're right. You're right.
It's kind of fun to wait week to week. It's
a little old-fashioned. Because that's what we had to do with Game of Thrones. That's what we had to do with Lost.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we had to fucking wait. And you know what? I am with that camp. I am with let's wait for it, because when you watch like 5 episodes at once, the episodes blend in together.
Yeah, and it's over before you know it. We actually have something to talk about week to week now.
Exactly. It's like the water cooler analogy. First episode impressions. What do you think? What is your final judgment on this?
Oh, excellent. Can't wait for more.
Mikey's a little saucy right now.
Just a little bit.
What do you think? You like it? You're gonna continue watching?
Outstanding.
Is this?
Can't wait.
I love it. Disney, give me more. I want to see more Mandalorian. I want to see Baby Yoda. I want to hug him, kiss him or her. I don't know, whatever it is. And stay tuned for our next episode. Thanks, Mastermind. Watch our other videos.
So much more.